I'm Josh Guardiani. I'm 28 years old.
Kylie DaCosta, and I am 45. Yes.
I got gynecomastia, so just got some fat and tissue cut out under my chest.
My main one was the liposuction, and I figured, well, if I'm doing this, I can get the BBL.
Kylie and Josh were both patients at Doctor Daniel Lanzer's clinic in Melbourne. Now they're part of a class action involving 1,044 former patients from around the country.
All I noticed was him on his own TVs bragging about his Ferraris he drives around.
Lanzer and his team became TikTok celebrities thanks to their all-singing, all-dancing medical practice.
It's sickening. This guy's like unconscious and they're dancing around like their medical equipment with these tools in his body. Dancing.
Daniel Lanzer has now retired and left the country. Josh was an unhappy 23-year-old when he found his way to Dr. Lanzer's clinic.
Gynecomastia, and what's that?
Like man boobs. Just to make my chest look normal, like a normal bloke. Just couldn't go to the gym and I couldn't go to the beach. And the beach is what I love the most.
After a 15-minute consultation with Dr. Daniel Aronov, who worked with Dr. Lanzer, Josh was booked in for surgery. He paid $6,000 up front.
I was confident. I guess I wanted it done so much, I only looked in one direction.
Kylie went to the same clinic in 2019 and also met with Dr. Aronov.
How much was your procedure going to be?
$14,000. And once they had your money, there was no refunds.
She felt she had no choice but to undergo multiple procedures.
I could feel it pushing through the skin. I moved and winced in pain. Look back at it now, it's because they actually went too far.
He just started hacking into me. He just put a hole in each side of the chest, had a lipo tube, and it was just felt this big tube running under my skin, under my chest.
So you're awake throughout this whole procedure?
The whole thing.
What can you see?
Everything.
After she stitched me up, they kicked me straight out on the street. This is all within 45 minutes, the whole surgery.
Both Kylie and Josh allege they suffered serious pain and complications during and post-surgery.
I did not have significant pain relief. I was in excruciating pain. I did not sleep.
What happened at the follow-up?
I went in, I couldn't sit down. I couldn't even lay down. I had to stand.
I went back for my checkup the following week and he looked at me and he goes, he had a shocked face. He straight away put me back onto the operating table and just slit my nipples back open. He leant over me. Sorry, I'm a bit shaky. He leant over me and he basically just grabbed my chest and just oozed and blood just went everywhere.
The infection that I got in my leg was excruciating. I was so swollen, it felt like my skin was gonna split open in some spots.
On the way home, I was nearly kicking the windows out of the car. I was in such pain, I was crying. It was excruciating. To this day, I've never felt pain like this in my life.
Kylie became part of Dr. Lanzer's marketing operations, featuring in one of his videos.
Looking back at some of the photos in these videos, does it almost feel like it's a different person?
A little bit, yeah. I don't recognize that person, and I'm definitely disappointed with that person. Yeah.
What would you tell that person?
You're an idiot, don't do that.
Madden's Lawyers is leading the case against Lanzer and his associates. It's shaping up to be one of the country's biggest cosmetic surgery class actions. The lawsuit alleges botched procedures range from liposuction, facelifts to tummy tucks and Brazilian butt lifts. Patients say they've been left with deformities and psychological trauma.
What would justice look like for you?
Man, keep this guy away from the industry and I would love to get some money back for this because this did take a big chunk out of my savings when I was younger.
In a perfect world, to get back what I've paid, to get back for the treatments that I've had to pay for,
Lanzer and his associates deny any wrongdoing.
Stand up, now stop, and let your homeboy hit it.
Meanwhile, Josh is exploring further surgery to fix his chest, while Kylie has been left with dents in her thighs, a lump of fat across her back, and nerve damage in her hip.
I don't know if the nerve pain can be fixed. I don't know. I know that the hip will never be fixed, so I'm going to be in pain for the rest of my life.
What would you say to those doctors?
You had no right to practice, and you had no right to put people through this. You have a duty of care, and you're meant to take care of people and care for them, not make money and mislead them and hurt them, damage them, maim them.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, saying they have no right to practice, actually, that's a really interesting point. And I'm not commenting on this case now at all, but I was shocked to learn that any doctor can be a cosmetic surgeon. You don't have, it's not a specialisation. So it's not like a plastic surgeon. If you go see a plastic surgeon, they've done specialist training for a particular kind of surgery and they master that. Cosmetic surgery,
could set
that
up in the
label
garage.
is just not, it's so under-regulated. I was so shocked when I first learnt that just now I had to go and look it up to make sure I hadn't made that up for myself.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. I don't know how we've ended up in that situation.
It's becoming increasingly common too. We've reached out to Dr. Daniel Aronov and Dr. Daniel Lanzer for comment, but we've received no response. For more information on the class action, you can head to our links page.